Need to angle this down a little bit. That works. I think that works. And we're live. Oh, good. Live chat's on. Perfect. Awesome sauce. And I think I want to do one more piece to make sure that the camera game. So I can stay up in the camera. I need to figure out a better way for that. Anyway, we're not going to worry about that too much. Where is my class plan? Oh, what? Hold on. Hold on. I got it. Got all the things. All the good things. All the good things. Set up. Do some yoga. How's everybody doing this morning? Oh, that's weird. Oh, there we go. I know what I did. I know what I did. I know what I did. Okay, let's get this set up a little bit better, guys. Sorry about that. I think that works. I think that's going to be the thing. Ah, I think we got it. And again, where's my class plan? Oh, here it is. Here it is. All right, today, guys. Howdy, howdy. We are going to do a practice today that builds on what we started working yesterday. So if you go back to the practice that I recorded yesterday, which was the Easy Does It, gentle yoga, you'll find the basics and lots of modifications for the practice that's this class. And this class is basically like the full sequence for that. So what you'll need today, if you haven't seen that, is you'll need a rolled up mat. For Forrest yoga people, which is me, I'm one of those peeps, I'm one of that tribe. This is actually just a rolled up yoga mat. If you go to the props, no problem talk, you can see me actually do a demo of creating one of these. If you don't have an extra yoga mat that you can roll up and put, I've just got some like heavy duty, like I think these are actually ones from the produce section of the store, whatever, like some broccoli or whatever around that. But you can use duct tape or packing tape. Anyway, no more about that. But if you don't have one of those, just take a blanket and fold it up lengthwise. Fold it up lengthwise. And then roll it from end to end. And that creates, and just put that aside, and then grab yourself another blanket to use for other purposes as we move through the practice. So you'll need one of those kinds of things today. And if you don't have that, you prefer to use a block, you can absolutely do that. I recommend a foam block if you can, because they're just a little friendlier than the foam these. But at some point in the practice, you're going to want something soft, because we're going to be doing a little belly work with the roll today. And this is not going to feel so great in your tummy. So that's just that. The other thing you want is you would like to use strap. So grab a belt, grab a scarf, grab some kind of long loopy thing, a piece of rope, which maybe not be so comfortable, but at any rate, there are lots of things that you can use. You can even take another kind of blanket and use that as a strap kind of active thing. So let's get into it. Let's start in a comfortable sitting position. This practice is for all levels. I will provide some modifications in order for people to have some options, but definitely go back to the practice that I posted yesterday. the Easy Does It practice, and that will give you all the modifications, including some wall work, which I won't be doing today. I will not be queuing for that today. My classes here are a gift to you during the time of our need. And truthfully, it keeps me teaching and keeps me working in the way that I need to do. We all need to find our purpose right now. And I think that's probably where I'm the most sensitive around, like, what is it that I do in the world? That's sharply coming into question for many of us right now. So as we work through today's practice, I'd like you to focus on taking care of yourself and making that your new favorite. For those of you who have seen the movie Elf, there's a part where Will Ferrell's character, the elf, Buddy, the elf, says, smiling's my favorite. And this boss at the retail store where he's gone in New York says, well, maybe work isn't your new favorite. Maybe we do need to make smiling our new favorite. Anyway, but make taking care of yourself your new favorite today. And let's take care of ourselves through this practice, which is a low back focus and how to open up the whole back line of the body, which is the place in our bodies where we take care of ourselves. That's that whole line of self-care. So come into a comfortable sitting position, and if Baddha Konasana is your spot, by all means, come into it. I'm sitting there if you want to be cross-legged or legs extended. But come up into something that's a position where you can have your hips a little elevated above the line of the knees. I'm sitting up just on the edge of a blanket. And take your hands to your low back to start. Close your eyes. And take a deep breath into the low back area, Exhale. Let the tailbone relax down into the floor. Soften the shoulders and soften your jaw. Inhaling, spreading the breath through this whole low back area. Feeling for what's tight there, what could use your attention and care. Beginning to broaden the breath a little bit on the next inhalation. Lengthen it just a little bit more. And then as you exhale, let the exhale move out a little bit longer. Getting a little more ease. Keep focusing on the breath. I need to do a little technological thing with the Instagram, but I'll do that in a minute. So bring the hands up to the mid-back, so a little bit higher, or if it's not comfortable, bring your hands to the sides of the ribs. And feel for expanding the back of the rib cage even more. So if you've got your hands on the sides of the ribs, not only feel the sides of the ribs expanding, but really aim it for the sides and the mid-back area. One more like that. Take another deep breath in. Taking that breath a little bit longer. Breathing through the nose in Ujjayi breath. And exhaling through the nose using Ujjayi breath. And then take the hands either right over the shoulders with the elbows pointing up. And actually, let's do that today. Let's point the elbows up and work here today. Take a deep breath in. Lengthening the elbows up and pushing the tailbone to the floor. Inhale into the upper back, right between the shoulder blades. Elbows lengthen up, tailbone reaches down. One more stretchy breath into the upper place where we either care for ourselves or we don't. And I think we're all very tight there. And then exhale, let that go. If you can, either bring the hands back to this or come to a bigger shoulder opener with the hands directly behind you into that upper back area. And we'll take 2 final breaths there, just to give that place a little extra attention. By breathing in this way, into the back area, you're literally telling yourself, you're signaling to yourself that you've got your own back. You're standing up for you. You're breathing into your own spine, your own backbone. Let that go. We'll work in Kapalabhati. So if you're in Baddha Konasana, stay in the position. If you aren't, come into this position. Feet together. Activate the feet, spread the toes. Bring the hands behind you to a chest opening position. I'll turn so you see my hands. Bring the fingertips to the floor with the palms lifted, tented over the floor. Push the fingertips into the floor. Push the feet together to provide support from top to bottom. Take a partial breath in for Kapalabhati, and then it's short bursts of air through the nose. Belly pulls back to spine. I'll lift up my shirt a little so you can see that action. All right? So take a partial breath in, and then begin. Keep going if you can and if you know this practice well. For those of you who need to stop at any point, we're going to do 100 here. Feel free to stop and come back to it. Keep going if you're still going. We've got about 25 more. Take a deep breath in. Stretch it through the low, mid, and upper back. Exhale, bring the hands forward. Push the breath out. Turn the fingertips towards the shins and leave the palms lifted. Take another deep breath in. Working into the practice of Uddiyana, the belly flies up. Hold the breath. And then exhale out again through the mouth. Keep the breath out. Tuck the chin. Pull low belly back to spine. Let the belly muscles drop. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath. Feel the heels of the palms lower a little bit more. Exhale through the mouth. Keep the breath out. Hold low belly back to spine, tuck chin. Let go in the belly. Take another deep breath. Hold breath. Exhale out. Push together and then pull low belly back. Release the hands. Release the belly. And inhale to sit up. Seated side bend, one leg straight. You can turn on your mat on its long edge like I've done. And reach the right leg out to the side. Bring the sole of the left foot to inner thigh if that's better for your knee health. Or bend the knee. And turn to the tops of the toes with the heel near the buttock. For neck release pose in this position, grabbing the ankle. If the foot is to the inner thigh, left arm will reach out to the side. Inhale. Extend the right hand out to the floor. Activate both feet. Spread toes. Let go in the neck over to the right side. Anchor down in the left hip and then lean towards the right. Keep that left hip pushing down. Feel for the breath coming through the entire left side of the body, the low back, the mid back, the left upper shoulder. Let go in the neck even more, and even let go in your mouth. Let it hang open slightly. Second arm position. If the arm isn't reaching, get it reaching now. And then take the left arm behind the back and grab onto the waistband of the pants. Or bring it all the way around to grab right thigh. Legs stay active. Pelvis stays rooted to floor. Continue to increase your sensitivity around the way you're breathing in the low, mid, upper back. Chest opener position. Unwind the arm from the back, reach it straight out to the side. And then lower it slightly, and then move the arm past the line of the shoulder. And feel for reaching diagonally through the left arm and down to the right hand. Go in the neck even more. Spread the toes even more. Spread the breath even more. Come out of the pose. Lower the left arm and reach through that arm to lift torso. Use right hand to pick up head. Come on to the other side. If you've got the knee bent, really gently unfold that knee, place the foot on the floor. And then switch sides. Bring the left leg out to the side. Depending on your knee health on this side, you'll either place the foot to the inner thigh or you'll bend the knee and come into a hurdler's lunge, hurdler's position. Activate both feet, spread the toes, even the ones that are on the floor or pushing into your thigh. Neck release position for the knee bent is to grab onto the ankle. If foot is to thigh, you're reaching the right arm out to the side. Inhale. Extend left arm out, place palm firmly on the floor. Relax the neck. Go in the jaw. But sometimes when I do this, I forget to breathe deeply, so that's happening for you. Glide, but definitely breathe more. Second arm position. If you've got the grab on the ankle, reach right arm out. And then exhale, bring the hand behind the back and grab onto the waistband of the pants, or maybe reach around and grab onto the thigh. Let go to the neck even more. Even though you're leaning to the left side, feel for pushing the right hip firmly down, which may bring you up a bit, but it's okay. Feel for lengthening the low back into the floor, tailbone, pushing, reaching into the ground. Come out of the pose. Third arm position, unwind the right arm, reach it straight up. Lower it down and then let the arm drift past the line of the shoulder. That's okay on your shoulders today. This class today is all about how we take care of ourselves in every moment. So find the reach in the arm that really allows you to breathe fully and take care of yourself. Breathing through the whole right waist, right upper shoulder. A pose that's both strong but easeful. As I find balance. Come out of the pose, reach the right arm out to the side and keep reaching to lift up torso. Use left hand. Let's do some abdominals. Bring the left leg in and gently unwind that right knee if you have the hurdlers move. And come onto the back. Grab your rolled up mat if you have one, or your rolled up blanket. Like I said, the one that you've kind of reserved for today's practice. And yeah, let's do some abdominals. You also want to make sure, and I'm going to make sure, actually, that you'll have a little space to be able to reach your legs wide. We'll do a practice called gate opener, so negotiate your mat where you need to. We'll start with basic abs with the mat. So grab or prop, whatever prop you're using, place your prop right onto the crotch, right onto the pubic bone. Feet will stay down for the basic moves. Anchor the heels against the floor and spread the toes. Keep the toes down, but they're spreading, right? Interlace hands at the base of the skull, point elbows straight up to ceiling. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath. Curl the tailbone up and squeeze your prop. Exhale, lift the shoulders up, pull the belly down, give the tailbone another tuck, and push the feet against the floor. Inhale, lay shoulders down. Hold the breath. Tuck the tailbone, getting the back flat. Squeeze the prop. Exhale, lift the shoulders up, pull the belly down, squeeze the prop again, pull the belly down again. Inhale, lay shoulders down. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up, squeeze the prop. Exhale, lift shoulders up, give the prop another squeeze, give the tailbone another tuck, and then pull the belly down. Inhale, lay shoulders down. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up, squeeze the prop. Exhale, curl the tailbone up again, lift shoulders up, pull belly down, give the prop another squeeze. Inhale, lay shoulders down. Remove the prop, place it out to the side within grabbing distance. I think we'll want to do elbow to knee here, but I also want to do star spiral pulse. So yeah, let's do a couple of elbow to knee, but before we go there, I want to show you the next move that we'll do following that. In star spiral pulse, it's a variation on elbow to knee. We pick the shoulders up. Inhale. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up. Exhale. Reaching one foot to the ceiling, pause. Pull belly down. Then turn elbows left. Take a deep breath in. And on exhale, the next exhale, it's a juicing. It's an inner thigh rotation. Reaching the buttock forward and the heel up. Again, if you go back to the recording from yesterday, you'll see that I gave a variation on this where I showed people a little hand action to help get that inner thigh rotation. Let's do some elbow to knee. We'll do about 3, and then we'll move to star spiral pulse. Inhale. Interlace hands behind the head, pick feet up, knees bent over hips. If you need to keep the feet down, please do. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up. Exhale, lift shoulders up, reach right leg forward. Turn elbows left, pull low belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Stay up in the shoulders if you can. Hold breath, curl tailbone up. Exhale, reach left leg forward. Turn elbows right, pull low belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up. Exhale, reach right leg forward. Turn elbows left, pull low belly down. Start to feel the reach of the buttock forward now, particularly on that right leg. Inhale, come back to center. Hold breath. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, extend left leg forward. Turn elbows right. Pull low belly down. Again, feel for a reach from the left buttock to the heel. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up. Exhale, extend right leg forward. Turn elbows left. Pull low belly down. Get the back very flat. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up. Exhale, reach left leg forward. Turn elbows right, pull low belly down. Reach from buttock to heel. We'll move to star spiral pulse from here. Inhale, come back to center. Hold breath, curl tailbone up. Exhale, extend the right leg to the ceiling. Turn elbows left, pause, take a breath in. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up. Exhale, inwardly rotate the thigh bone. It's the bone. Any action in the foot is happening because of what's happening at the thigh, where it's rotating in the hip socket. Inhale, bend both knees, come back to center with elbows. Hold breath, curl tailbone up. Exhale, extend left leg to ceiling, turn elbows right. Pull low belly down. Take a breath in, pause. Curl tailbone a second time. Exhale, inwardly rotate the left thigh bone, reaching the buttock forward and the heel to the ceiling. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up. Get the back flat. Exhale, reach right leg to ceiling, turn elbows to left thigh, pause, take a breath in. Exhale, belly down, flattening the back to support the inward rotation, buttock reaches forward, heel reaches up. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up. Exhale, lift left leg up, turn elbows right. Take a breath in. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up, get the thigh reaching, and then exhale, begin to rotate, rotate. Like you're wringing out that thigh bone, that muscle, reaching through the heel. Inhale, come back to center, feet down, shoulders down. Grab your roll and place it between the thighs. Let's work in bridge pose, and then we'll work to that other abdominal move called gate opener. Have the roll between the thighs or whatever prop you're using today. Place it right on the pubic bone. Lay arms out to the side and spread toes. Anchor heels into the floor. You'll feel the low back lengthen with that action. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, push into the heels, lift pelvis off floor. With the heels pushing down, the calf muscles firing up. Breath deepening with that support. Spreading the breath with the low back, the mid back, the upper back. A light squeeze on the roll to maintain that inner rotation. And then take hands on the hips for traction. Doing like a lobster claw action around the hip points. Elbows are rooted to the floor. Take a deep breath into the low back, mid back, upper back. With every exhale, move the pelvis away from the shoulders, away from the face. Push down through the feet. Take another deep breath in. We'll do 2 more here. Using the hands to create a long waist, long, low back. You can keep the hands on the pelvis if you like to come down. Feet stay very active. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale. No work in the shoulders though. No work in the chest. Use the legs to bring the back all the way to the floor. All right. Let's work in gate opener. Watch me first if I said gate opener and you have no clue what that means. Legs can stay bent if you need to for this, rather than a full extension, right? And that may help particularly if you don't know this sequence, or if you have significant low back stuff going on, or even any low back stuff. Do what you need to for you, right? Otherwise, legs are extended up, interlace hands behind the head. Here are the moves. Inhale. Hold the breath. Feet are active. Curl tailbone up. Squeeze the prop. Exhale. Lift shoulders up. Place one hand on the prop. Pull low belly down. Inhale, widen out through the legs. Exhale, curl the pubic bone up into the prop, pull the low belly down and push out through the legs. Inhale, legs back together, hands behind head, shoulders down, feet down. Those are the moves. We'll do about 4 to 6 of them. Switching hands, all right? So I'm gonna move a little bit because I am a little close to my wall and I need that space. So make any kind of adjustments you also need to do. Interlace hands at the base of the skull. Hold the breath, curl the tailbone up and squeeze the prop. Exhale, lift the shoulders up. Take one hand to the prop, pull the belly down. Inhale, stretch out through the legs, either knees bent, right? Exhale, curl the pubic bone up into the roll, pull the belly down, reach out for the legs. Inhale, legs back together, feet to floor, shoulders down. Hold the breath. Actually, the feet don't come down. Curl the tailbone up and squeeze the prop. Exhale, lift the shoulders up, take the other hand to the prop, pull the belly down. Inhale, widen through the legs. Exhale, curl the pubic bone up into the prop, pull the belly down and reach. Find that reach of the buttocks forward and then out to the heels. Inhale, legs back together. Stay up in the legs with the lower shoulders. Hold breath, curl tailbone up, squeeze prop. Exhale, lift the shoulders up. Take the left hand to the prop or your other hand. Pull the low belly down. Inhale, widen through the legs. Exhale, curl the pubic bone up. Pull the belly down. Reach out, buttocks push forward, heels reach wider. Inhale, legs back together, shoulders down. Squeeze onto the prop now. Hold breath, curl tailbone up. Exhale, lift shoulders up. Place your opposite hand on the prop, pull the belly down, reach to the legs. Inhale, widen through the legs. Fill the breath in that low back. Exhale, curl the pubic bone up, pull the belly down, reach out through the legs. Inhale, legs back together, shoulders down, feet down. Arms to your sides. Let's come up in dolphin. Roll over to your side, breathing as you make your moves. Keep the neck relaxed. And use the hands to support your body coming up and use your hands. And I need to do one self-care move. I need to go and pick up my cat. All right, give me 1 second. I thought they weren't going to come down into the video today, but they're here nonetheless. I'm going to wave to a couple of folks. Hi, guys. All right, so let's do some dolphin pose. Come on to your knees. And again, I did a variation on dolphin, using dolphin at the wall in the, hi Sophia, in the video that I did yesterday. So review that. Those are the basic and modification moves to the practice that we're doing today. I will not cue for that today, but absolutely take a look at that. If what we're doing feels a lot for you, check that out because all of this can be done on the wall. Come on to hands and knees, support your knees if you need to. Bring elbows to the floor directly under shoulders for dolphin. Curl toes under behind you. Swivel the hands so you're grabbing upper arms. This is a move to always do before this pose. And if you have a shoulder injury, bring the hands forward and interlace the fingers. And a shoulder injury may just be a little condition. It may not be a big time injury, but if you have tweaky shoulders, this is a more supportive move. And you'll be able to breathe better. If you do have further to go, however, separate the forearms and bring palms to the floor, fingers spread wide. No matter what your arms are doing, take a deep breath into the upper back. Relax the neck. And then exhale, push the palms against the floor and the toes against the floor. Pull belly in to lengthen the low back. If you have even further to go, straighten this. Keep the neck relaxed the whole way. Letting go all those little muscles that hold and support our spine, that do way more work than they should. I'm of the opinion that some of that gripping that we feel in our core is literally those little muscles just trying to support our spine. So to let that go, use bigger muscles. Bring in the big guns. Take a deep breath into upper back, upper chest. Exhale, wrap the shoulder blades around into the armpits, pull the belly in and push down through both heels. Push palms into the floor. Take another deep breath here. And then exhale, release. Lower both knees to the floor. All the black kitties are here. Come into embryo pose. Shift your hips back and bring them to your heels. Lower your arms alongside the body so the palms are up. And let the forehead rest on the floor or a block. And deepen your breath in your low, your mid, and your upper back. Expand the breath and the sensation of your breath in your low, your mid, and your upper back. Okay. Take one more breath into low, mid, upper back, that whole self-care line. Remember, our back is the place where we take care of ourselves. It's our spine. Where we stand up for ourselves, our back. All right, come on up. Press through the shins to come into a standing position. We have all the cats here. Oh my God, I feel like I'm at the cat house at the zoo or something. Let's come into Agnisara and horse stance. Watch me first, because when I say Agnisara, a lot of people are like, what? What does that mean? Agni means fire. To stoke the fire. So we're going to stoke the fire in the low belly area and pull the low belly back to spine, kind of moving the belly muscles back. Not kind of, we're definitely moving the belly muscles back and forth. Kind of, yeah. You may want to do this with the support of a wall. And you may also, instead of horse stance, wish to do it in a chair pose, all right? I showed that again in yesterday's video. So chair at the wall would be coming into, and you want your yoga mat underneath you, coming into a position where the thighs are as parallel as possible with the floor. You may even use a block between your shins, all right, for that move. So it would look like this. Take the block between the shins. Arms can be up, and I actually recommend that today, arms up the wall, pulling the belly muscles back and forth. I'm going to do it in horse stance though. So let me show you what that looks like before you go into it. Watch me first. You can even lift up your own shirt and tuck your chin so you can sort of watch the belly, because where your eyes go and where your attention is where you're going to be focusing and taking care of yourself, right? What we look at is what we're taking care of. So coming into a horse stance with the toes, the legs spread wide, knees bent, thighs parallel with the floor. It's a deep breath in. Hold the breath. Exhale out. Breath stays out. Soften the belly muscles and then begin to move them. All right, so that's the move. We'll do it about 3 rounds. But we're actually going to work with the hands above the head. So come into your chair position at the wall, and if you're doing that, place your mat against the wall so your feet have something sticky to sit beyond. Come into your horse stance. Bend the knees and up them. Reach up fingers and reach palms up. Exhale fully out. Keep the breath out. Soften the belly muscles. And then move them back and forth. Push down through your feet for support. Take another deep breath in. Hold the breath. Push air out. One more. Take a deep breath in. Push the feet down even more. Exhale out. And then inhale. Stand up. Bring arms out to the side. Straddle forward fold. If you're doing chair position at the wall, come back, come into this fold. And then take hands onto the low back. Take a deep breath into the low back, mid back, upper back. And then use the hands to move the pelvis away from the shoulders. Release the hands to the floor, heel toe your feet together. And come into a standing position. Let's work in a B series. For those of you on Instagram, I'm going to stop the video because we're an hour into it. So I don't want you guys to get cut off. So take a break if you need to, but I'm going to stop the video now and then we'll come back to it live. All right? So see you in a couple minutes. What? Meow. What are you yelling about? Don't yell. All right. So the props that you'll need for the rest of this practice are, you'll need a couple of blocks and you'll need a strap. You'll also need your rolled up mat. So have all of these items nearby. A couple of blocks, a strap, and then your rolled up mat. So step up to the front of the mat and let's work in B series, either with the big toes touching or with the feet wider apart for support. Pause. Bring hands onto heart center and spread the toes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, pull the belly in and tuck the tailbone. Push down through calves and active feet. Take another deep breath through the low, mid to upper back. Feel the sturdiness of the legs supporting you underneath. Feel the sturdiness of your legs supporting you and your spine, your being. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, sit back into chair pose. Tuck the tail again. Rock into the heels. Pause here. Deep breath in. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Maybe you bring your hands to the shins, the knees, or thighs. Scoop the chest forward. Exhale, forward fold, step back, like pose. Inhale. Exhale, come down to the knees or a full chaturanga to the floor. Point the toes. Inhale, cobra. Lengthen the chest and then lift. Reach toes back. Exhale, lower down. Downward facing dog. Inhale, feet of warrior two. Pivot the back, heel down, come up into the shape. Arms at your sides. Take a deep breath. Shrugs. Draw the shoulders way up. Draw them way back. And then squeeze around the top of the spine and drag down. Pull the belly in and down and push the feet down. Inhale into upper back. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together, drag them down. Pull the belly in and down. Breathe into upper back. Bring your arms to your sides, palms up. Exhale, squeeze the arms against the sides. Pull the belly down. Push through out. Relax the arms to the sides. Reverse warrior with a low back support. I'm going to turn around so you see this a little bit better. Inhale, reach left arm forward, take right hand onto the back. So the middle fingers pointing down the crack of the buttocks. Palms spread. Breathe into the low back. And with every exhale, tuck the tailbone. Stay in a neck release position with the arm pointed forward rather than up today. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, tuck the tailbone. Scoop the tailbone to the floor. One more deep breath. And exhale, tuck the tailbone. Third pose, extended warrior with chest opener. Keep the left leg forward. Bring left forearm onto thigh, reach right arm straight up to ceiling. Relax the neck. Maybe come into the chest opener with the arm lowered down and then behind the line of the shoulder. Increase the breath. Feel for stretching the breath from the low, mid, and upper back. To come out of the pose, lower the arm and use the arm to bring the torso up. Come into plank position, inhale. Exhale, lower down. Cobra pose, inhale. Lengthen forward through the chest. Stretch toes way back. Exhale, lower down. Downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward, feet of warrior two. Pivot the back, heel down. I'm going to stay with my back to the wall, or my back to you, for shoulder shrugs, and then for the reverse warrior. Arms at your sides. Actually, I think you got it. I think we're good. I can fix it. Relax arms to the sides. And then inhale. Draw the shoulders way up. Draw them way back. Exhale, squeeze around the top of the spine and drag down. Inhale, breathe into upper back. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together, drag them down, pull the belly in. Inhale, breathe into upper back. Bring the arms to the sides, palms up. Exhale, squeeze the arms against the body. Pull the shoulder blades down. Tuck the tailbone. Release. Reverse warrior with low back release. Take the left hand in that same position on the sacrum with the finger running down the buttock crack. Reach right arm forward, inhale. Keep reaching forward with the arm with every exhale and simultaneously do that. Another deep breath in. Exhale. Puff the tailbone. One more breath. Extended warrior variation. Inhale, bring right arm to thigh, reach left arm out. Relax the neck. If you have further to go, let the arm reach a little further out, lower it down, and then move it past the line of the shoulder. Stay easy in the neck, bigger in the breath. Inhale, release. Lower the left arm and use it to pick up the torso. Low cobra over a roll. Inhale. Step back onto hands and knees and grab your rolled up mat. And grab your block. Again, I like the foam block only because it's a little softer on the joints. When coming over the roll or whatever prop you've selected for this practice today, you'll lay on the belly in the soft part of the belly. You'll lay on the roll in the soft part of the belly. So it's just below the ribs and definitely, it could be on your hip points a little bit, but it's definitely right in the tummy area. Soft part. Take the block and place it between both ankles. Come onto the roll. Use your hands to lower the torso over the roll. And belly is in the soft part of the belly. Hands under shoulders. Squeeze block between ankles. Inhale, lift, lengthen chest forward and lift up. Exhale, curl the pubic bone around the roll, squeeze the block. Shoulder heads back. Feel for lengthening the torso a little bit forward. And then exhale, curl the pubic bone around the roll. And inhale, lengthen and lift a little more. Squeeze the block. Exhale, curl the pubic bone around the roll. Lower down. Come on to hands and knees. Move your props. Downward facing dog. Warrior one with supported back bend. Inhale, step the left foot forward. Pivot the back heel down. Come up, hands on hips. You can bring the hands behind the low back to create more support at the sacrum or keep them on the hips. Take a deep breath in. Right where your hands are touching your body. Exhale, tuck the tailbone. Push down through active feet. And increase the breath that you feel in the low, mid, and upper back. With every exhale, use the hands to lengthen the low back, the buttock muscles to lengthen the low back, the feet to push into the ground. And release. Arrow lunge. This is where you may need the support of 2 blocks. Take 2 blocks and place them on either side of your feet. If you need padding under the knee, you can either flip over the edge of the mat or use an extra blanket. Point the back toes and come into a low lunge position, hands on blocks. Reach the left heel into the floor and the right toenails against the floor. A deep breath into the low back. Exhale, strongly push the left heel and reach the right toes back. Lift the right knee up. Maybe bring one forearm and then the other onto the thigh, the hips, or full reach up. Anchor into the feet to create the strength in the back, the support in the legs. And a free breath into the low, mid, upper back, and then lower down. Shift the hips back. Lunge with the heel to the buttocks. Come deeply into a bend at that front knee. Draw the right heel in and reach back to grab the inner or outer ankle. Let the left forearm come onto thigh, palm up. And then draw the heel in a little closer to the buttock if you can. Maybe turning and grabbing the ankle with the fingertips pointing towards the knee. Elbow pointing straight back. Relax the hips forward. Take a deep breath in. Low, mid, upper back. And release. Wave dancer prelude, stage 1. Come onto hands and knees. Keep a hold of, actually stage 2. Grab your rolled up mat, place it on the mat in front of you, or whatever prop you're using, and take the block between the ankles. Lower the belly over the roll. Hands under shoulders. Squeeze the block. Lift the hands and inhale, push the belly forward against the roll. Lower the hands, exhale, lengthen the torso forward, curl the pubic bone around the roll and squeeze the block. Lower down. Hands come up, inhale, push the belly forward against the roll, squeeze the block. Exhale, hands down, lengthen the chest forward and curl the pubic bone as you lower the torso, squeeze the block. Inhale, hands up. Breathe the belly forward into the roll. Exhale, curl the pubic bone around the roll. Lengthen the chest and lower, lower, lower. Squeeze the block. Dog. Warrior 1, inhale. Step the right foot forward. Hands on hips to come up. Hands can stay on hips or bring them behind the back. Take a deep breath in. Use the hands to tuck the tailbone. Use the hands to give a signal to your body that you are holding your own self, your own back, your own foundation. One more deep breath into the low, mid, upper back. And then exhale, release. Bring the left knee down. Again, pad the knee by flipping the edge of the mat or use a blanket. Have 2 blocks. Next to on either side of the front foot, point back toes. Sink the hips. Take the breath into the low, mid, upper back. Exhale, curl the pubic bone forward, push strongly through right heel, spread toes, spread left toes. That might be your further through that back leg. Bringing both arms onto the front thigh, to the hips, or maybe a full reach up, arrow lunge. Breathe deeply. Push the strong legs into the floor. Gather the strength of the ground underneath you to support your spine and the length that you're creating. Release the hands, lower the back knee. Make an adjustment for lunge, heel to butt. Then deeply into the front knee, bring right forearm onto thigh palm. Bend the back knee and grab the inner or outer ankle. Maybe you bring the heel closer in and wrap the ankle with your hands. Fingertips point down to knee, elbow points straight back. Let go in the low back by supporting yourself with your legs. Strengthen the amount of support you're giving this pose by taking a deeper breath in. And release. All right, sit back on the hands and knees. Prelude to Wave Dancer, stage 3. Come onto the roll. Take the block between the ankles. Lower over the roll. You can continue to work in stage 2 or even stage 1 with the hands staying on the floor. So lower over the roll. Squeeze the block. Inhale. Push the belly against the roll to come up. Hands are up. Exhale, squeeze the roll, squeeze the block. Curl the pubic bone around the roll and lower down, lengthening the chest, curl the pubic bone more. Inhale, push the belly forward into the roll, squeeze the block. Exhale, curl the pubic bone around the roll, lower, lengthen the chest forward, squeeze the block again, curl pubic bone again. One more, inhale, push the belly forward into the roll. Exhale, squeeze the block, curl the tailbone, pubic bone, lengthen the chest, and lower down. Come on to hands and knees. Final vignette. Let's do it. It's got one of my favorite poses, Lance Dodger. Inhale, come into downward facing dog. Exhale fully. And then inhale, step left foot forward, feet of warrior 1. Lance Dodger. Take left hand around the waist and use it to hook on to the hip of that right hip. Use the forearm to create that traction in the low back. Reach right arm up. With every exhalation, use the left forearm to guide the pelvis to the floor. Bend left knee. Reach back with right heel. Lunge, grabbing back ankle with both heels. Pad your knee, lower the right knee to the floor. Bring the right heel up and reach back to grab the ankle with one or both hands. The heel reaches away from the body. Tuck the tailbone strongly in. Lengthen up through the chest. And release. Lunge back bend with a strap. Here's where you need your strap. Take your strap or whatever you're using as your strap today and bring it around the right ankle. Hey, look at that. Reach the right elbow straight up, and then maybe reach also to grab with both hands. In this action, the elbows are reaching straight forward and then up. All right? Push the ankle away from the strap. So you're pushing it away, the elbows are reaching the opposite direction. Strong curl of the pubic bone forward. Okay, so we'll pause and take our 3 breaths here. Make them the best breaths you've taken this whole practice. Make them breaths that show that really send a very clear message to your body that you are taking care of you in every possible way. Lower the heel in the arms. Go over a roll, one arm, one leg. Come onto the roll. Place the left hand forward. A little bit on the diagonal. Shoulders soft. Curl the pubic bone around the roll. Left leg stays long and reaching. Inhale, bend the right knee and reach back to grab either the inner or outer ankle. Relax the neck. Every exhale, curl the pubic bone around the roll. And release. Downward facing dog. Move the roll out of the way. Warrior 1, inhale, step the right foot forward. Lance Dodger, inhale to come up and bring the right arm around the back. Get onto the crest of that top hip. Inhale, left hip, excuse me. Inhale, reach left arm up. Every exhale is an opportunity to use that right forearm to lengthen the low back. Tuck the tailbone. And take a deeper breath in. Inhale to release. Lunge. Grabbing back ankle. Get into a deep lunge with that front foot. Bend left knee and reach back to grab ankle with one or both hands. It'll be your left hand, probably, if that's your grab. Your one-handed move. Imagine you have that roll in your belly now. Curling your pubic bone forward around the imaginary roll. And then take a deep breath in the low back. Inhale, release. Lunge back bend with a strap. Take your strap around the left ankle. Strap is in the left hand to start. Bend into the front knee and then reach right arm to grab the strap. Ooh, mine has traveled. All right, on the ankle. Take a deep breath into low back, mid back, upper back. Scoop the elbows forward and press back with the left ankle. Scoop the right sit bone forward. With the elbows reaching up, the ankle reaching back and down. And release. Go one arm, one leg. Grab your roll, place it before you on the floor. Lower over the roll with the right arm slightly forward of shoulder, left hand under shoulder. Inhale, bend left knee and reach back to grab left ankle on the inner or outer side. Feel for supporting yourself through your front hand, excuse me. Pull the pubic bone around the roll. Left ankle reaches back. And release. Go over a roll. If you are done with the roll, be done with the roll. I actually find this pose to be much easier to do on the roll. Just saying. So come onto the roll. Bow both legs, both arms, if you want to couch that a little differently. Lower over the roll, hands under shoulders. Inhale, bend both knees and reach back to grab either the inner or outer ankles. The outer grab is a little easier on shoulders. The inner grab is a bigger shoulder opener. So choose your position wisely. We'll stay here for about 8 breaths. Reaching the ankles into the hands, curling the pubic bone around the roll. Letting go in the neck. Got about 3 more breaths. Reaching back. Inward rotation of thighs. Savor the breaths coming through the low back, mid back, upper back. And then release. Release the hands on the ankles, lower the legs, and then the hands to the floor. Pause for a moment over the roll by placing the forehead on stacked palms. And just let the roll sink in. And you take the hands under the shoulders, push up into table, and come into a reclined spinal twist. Come onto the back. The temptation to counter pose a back bend is to go into a forward flexion. Don't do that. That's actually, that can be actually pretty damaging. A spinal twist is better, or some kind of abdominal. We'll use spinal twist, so come onto the back. You can support your head with a blanket or pillow if you like. Bring both knees over chest and pelvis. Take a deep breath in, arms out to the sides. Exhale, lower the knees over to the left. And take both hands onto the top hip. Right hand can come to the low back area. Inhale into the low back. Exhale, use the hands to lightly traction the hips away from the shoulders. And increase the breath in the low back, mid back, upper back. Exhale, tuck the tailbone. Activate the feet. Take one more breath into the low back. Mid back. Upper back. And then exhale. Tuck the tail. Other side. Inhale, lift the top leg and come all the way over, using the leg to pull the opposite leg over to the side. Stack the knees, flex the feet, active legs, active feet, even here. Take your left hand, right hand on the left hip and the left hand behind the low back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, use the hand to tuck the tailbone. Squeeze the calves together. Spread the toes. With every inhalation, breathe into those 3 segments of the back. With every exhalation, pull the belly back and use the hands to guide the pelvis away from the shoulders. Come out of the pose, lift one leg and then the other, and place both feet on the floor. You can stay in this position for Shavasana to maintain length in the low back. If you prefer to lengthen the legs out, come onto the back and take a bolster or a couple of blankets or whatever. I definitely recommend still something under the back of the head, but also have something underneath the thigh bones, arms out to the sides. If you continue to want to work with chest opening Shavasana, take your rolled up prop that you've been using and place it between the shoulder blades and take one block to support the back of your head. And here's where I leave you. Enjoy your Shavasana. Set a timer if you'd like to maintain your schedule or just go with what is. Again, these classes are a gift to you. These classes. Continue to join me every day. I think tomorrow's class I will do at 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. On Instagram, it will be live as well as here on YouTube. And I think going forward, I'm probably going to do probably 12 o'clock classes every day, Eastern Daylight Time. That's my guess. Stay tuned. I might change my mind. But at any rate, I'm pleased to do these for you. I'm blessed to do them for you. And again, they serve me because I'm serving you. And I'll list out in the link below. for the YouTube. And for those of you on Instagram, the classes are uninterrupted on YouTube. I only interrupt them briefly to stop the Instagram feed and come back to it. But the classes are uninterrupted and you get to practice the whole way through. I will leave the information for my YouTube if you can't read it. It should be on my profile though, on my Instagram profile. Anyway, I'll let you guys have your Shavasana. And thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day and spend it taking care of yourself.